if you love something, and there are things that I love, you do want more and more and more of it, but that's not the way to produce good work. So as an author, I need to write what I need to write. Whatever the reviewers feel about the casual vacancy, it is what I wanted it to be, and you can't say fairer than that as a writer. I just hate meetings. Though it's true that once you've made a lot of money, people around you might be full of ideas about ways to make lots more money and might be disappointed that you don't want to seize every opportunity to do so. If you're holding out for universal popularity, I'm afraid you will be in this cabin for a very long time. The middle class is so funny, it's the class I know best, and it's the class where you find the most pretension, so that's what makes the middle classes so funny. The poor are discussed as this homogeneous mash, like porridge. The idea that they might be individuals, and be where they are for very different, diverse reasons, again seems to escape some people. I just write what I wanted to write. I write what amuses me. It's totally for myself. I never in my wildest dreams expected this popularity. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you have failed by default. Youth cannot know how age thinks and feels, but old men are guilty if they forget what it was to be young. Poverty entails fear and stress and sometimes depression. It meets 1,000 petty humiliations and hardships. Climbing out of poverty by your own efforts, that is something on which to pride yourself, but poverty itself is romanticized by fools. The most important thing is to read as much as you can, like I did. It will give you an understanding of what makes good writing and it will enlarge your vocabulary. I think you have a moral responsibility when you've been given far more than you need, to do wise things with it and give intelligently. However, my parents, both of whom came from impoverished backgrounds and neither of whom had been to college, took the view that my overactive imagination was an amusing quirk that would never pay a mortgage or secure a pension. Honestly, I think we should be delighted people still want to read, be it on a Kindle or a Nook or whatever the latest device is. It is perfectly possible to live a very moral life without a belief in God, and I think it's perfectly possible to live a life peppered with ill-doing and believe in God. Death obsesses me, yes it does. I can't really understand why it doesn't obsess everyone. I think it does really, I'm just a little more out about it. Of all the subjects on this planet, I think my parents would have been hard put to name one less useful than Greek mythology to securing the keys to an executive bathroom. I'm interested in that drive, that rush to judgment, that is so prevalent in our society. We all know that pleasurable rush that comes from condemning, and in the short term it's quite a satisfying thing to do, isn't it? Talent and intelligence never yet inoculated anyone against the caprice of the fates.